All right, Shalom. For the foremost, I give our praise, glory, and honor to you. How about Shemi Awashai? By Shem Harakah Kodash Barakathon. Double honor to the apostles, elders, great millstone, and to all the alchemy across the globe, teaching the word truth in the city. I want to say Shalom. This is our Diana from the Great Millstone Camp, Chicago, with a quick little hit. I'm just scrolling through my little social media, you know, just doing whatever. But anyway, came across this little clip from 1972. The children are asked, would they make white people slaves? And I'm gonna play this. Lord, we don't get up, man. Come on, we ain't finna do that right now. All right, I'm gonna play this clip and let you hear. It's only like a minute or two long, and Lord, we're not less than edifying.
White people slaves? What do you think?
I will. I just send them someplace.
Where?
Like we have one side of the world and they had the other side, but just let them have a little piece of it. I say we build a big brick wall and say the same thing.
What's that?
That they have a little side and we build a big wall so they can never get over. And we have a big side.
Why would you do that?
And on the other end of the world. So they won't get on our side.
I mean, you think they just mess up or what?
They'd be trapped if they try to get over, we'll shoot them.
But why would you do that? I mean, you think they deserve that?
They deserve it. Yep.
Why?
Because they killed some of us. They chained some of us. They whipped some of us. Yeah. And they stabbed some of us. Yeah. They shot some of us.
So this is paying back.
Yeah. They're not good. But this is not.
All right, so you heard them, man. All right, these kids was in the spirit, man. All right, these are 1972. The kids look to be about, say, 8 to 10 years old. You know what I mean? So their parents and grandparents experienced segregation, man. All right, and during that segregation, there was a lot of so-called black pride in our communities, man. All right, a sense of wokeness, so to speak, man. All right, a sense of dignity among themselves, so to speak. Understanding of our culture and understanding the history of our people up here in America, man. All right, these kids obviously knew about slavery. They knew about the wickedness of Esau Edom. All right, you heard the young man say, why? Because they put us in chains. All right, they shot us, they stabbed us. You see? And they were talking about living separately from Esau Edom, man. All right, and it was really good to hear that, man. You know, because Apostle Ricard called these kids nowadays GMO babies, man. All right, you would never hear a response like that to Esau Edom with these kids nowadays, man. All right, their minds are not wrapped on the history of America and in relation to us Israelites, about how we got over here, and how we were treated, how the things are against us, man. All right. Now, mind you, do I know they were Israelites? Do they know they were Israelites? Who knows? But the point being is that they learned from an early age, you know, and this is just me speculation, speaking as a man, through the people in their households about the atrocities of Esau Edom, man. All right. And the older brother, the older young man there was talking about building a wall. All right, so you can't come to our side, man. All right, and that's that great. Let me get that real quick. Great Gulf. This is Luke 16. Get to the point. Oh wow, that was Luke 16. I'm just gonna get it, man. Luke 16 and 19. There was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. We know that rich man was Esau Edom, man. All right, and he's in his glory. That's that clothed in purple and fine linen represents rulership. All right, represents prosperity. all right, in which these kids or these young Israelite men were putting out there, man. All right. There's a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at the gate full of swords, and Lazarus is symbolic for Israel, man. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the master's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked the swords. All right, and basically, that's talking about this oppression that we're in, man. How we've been downtrodden, we've been the scourge of the earth. All right, when it comes to being treated by these other nations, man. I look down upon creating a detrimental stereotype. All right, about blacks are lazy, they're killers, this and that, and all that. And the other nations know who we are. You see, Jake just want a little bit of the pie. Jake, man, if I just had $1,000, I could be able to do this. If I just had Jake don't really be needing much, so to speak, man. All right. But the other nations, man, they're just as guilty as Esau Edom. They know who the children of the Lord are, man. Their relics, their history, their relics, all right, the archaeological artifacts. All right, the knowledge of Israelites are all across these nations' history, man. You see, they know exactly who we are through their own culture, man. All right, you can go to Moab. They got records of the Israelites. Of course, Egypt got records of the Israelites. The Vatican has records of the Israelites. All right. Shalom, y'all my heart, bro. All right. And these nations have done nothing but alienate us, use us, make merchandise of us, slaughtered and killed us, man. All right. 22, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and seeing Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom, man. All right, he's talking about the kingdom, man. All right. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in his flame. Right? And that's our hardcore slavery that Esau Edom is going to be facing, man. All right? And these young kids were in the spirit, man. All right? They wanted them cordoned off. They wanted to treat them the way we were treated. All right? And they said they deserved it. You see? All right? And these kids were in the right spirit, man. All right? You see? All right? And verse 25 says, but Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. Right, man? All right, there's going to be a changing of the guard here soon, man. All right, Esau Edom's going to be cut off from the face of the earth. All right? And we're going to be exalted in the face of the earth, man. All right? And beside all this, between us, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. All right, so there's going to be a great gulf fixed, man. There's going to be a separation that won't be moved, man. All right, they're going to forever be, for 1,000 years, they're going to be in hardcore slavery. All right, and we're going to have a foot up their ass while they're building up our kingdom. All right. And then they're going to get destroyed, man. All right? They'll never be able to rise again or possess the nations anymore, man. All right? And that was beautiful and lovely to hear those kids say those things, man. All right? In Proverbs 22:6, it says, train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it, man. And I'm pretty sure that them kids nowadays, man, I don't know who they are, but I don't know if they're the truth or not. I don't know nothing about that. But the point being is that they probably hold the same sentiments to today, man. All right, because they didn't watch a lot, And then they watch the world get worse and worse. The treatment of the so-called black man, Native American, and Latino has been worse and worse. So, you know, as they grew older, man, they the world didn't really get better, man. It just went been more subtle. You see? All right, you know, and let me get this real quick. I'm gonna make this long. The Shabbat 30. Start at 3. Shabbat 30. I'm gonna start at 1. Shabbat 31. He that loveth his son causes him off to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. He that chastises his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Man, you know, and I was grievous to hear, I'm sure, for that interviewer, man. All right, when we have our children growing up in the way, in the customs and the mannerisms of our forefathers, knowing their heritage, knowing who they are, knowing their history, knowing who their enemy is. Hey, those things are very important to our nation, man. Those are part of the core foundations of what we should be teaching our children, man. All right? More importantly, the name of our Heavenly Father, which is Yahweh, and His Son, which is Yahweh Shai, and of the 12 tribes of Israel, consists of the Native Americans, the Latinos, and the Negroes, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the Caucasian. All right? Is Esau, Edom in the Bible, man? You see? When you have your son calling you and ask you questions about the scriptures, all right? He's doing his own research. He's doing his own studying. He's learning the Lashawan Kodash. All right, you see? He knows he's not black. He knows he's not a Puerto Rican. He knows he's not an African or a Mexican or a Colombian, you know, a Haitian. You see? When you get around Esau, Edom, and that sense of awareness comes out, the sense of understanding and knowledge and wisdom come out, man. Hey, it's very dreadful for Esau, Edom to see these kids coming up and they're in the camps, they're in the highways and the byways teaching, man. You see? Wherefore it says, though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead. For he have left one behind that is like himself. You see, and those kids are very heavy in the spirit, man. They were taught that. All right, they were taught that, man. All right, and they're coming up in the times where a sense of awareness of ourselves was pushed very heavily, man. 1972, it was still going down, man. You see? And that's something that we got to get back to, man, letting our children know, all right, who their enemy is, all right, and what their destiny is going to be. All right, let's get Obadiah. I'm ending on that. He had said about them being separated from us, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get to the point. Obadiah 1 and I'll get to the point, man. I want to get it all, but just for the sake of time. Obadiah 1 and 15. It says, "For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head." And one of the young men has said, man, he said, the interviewer asked him, like, why would you do that? And he was like, man, they put us in chains, they killed us, all right, they hurt us, they stabbed us, you see? All right, they were speaking about Obadiah, man, all right? It's a reward, it says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. A reward shall be upon thine own head, man. All right, that's what you have to look forward to, Esau Edom. All right. For ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been, man. All right, he said basically the world would be a better place if you just put them off in a little small little piece of land, all right, with a high ass wall, but they can't come over. If they do, we're gonna shoot them, man. That's the spirit, man. All right. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness. The house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And we're gonna get everything that Esau has put away for himself, man. All right. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. The house of Esau for stubble. They shall kindle in them and devour them. There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it, man. All right. And them kids, man. Hey, man. Call out Yahweh of the spirit that the Lord put on them kids at that time, man. All right. They understood, man, that Esau was their enemy, man. All right, and the only way to get rid of your enemy is to keep them away from you, exclude them. All right, then kill them. The man actually, the young man actually said, "They climb over that wall, shoot them, man." You see, and that's how it's gonna be in the kingdom. Man, you ain't gonna get right. Your ass gonna get destroyed. You're gonna get destroyed anyway. You see, it's gonna be a big ass roundup. All right, and you're gonna get burnt, man. All right, for what? For the controversy over Zion, man. All right. It goes down to 21. And Savior shall come upon Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's, man. All right. And those kids are prophesying judgment. All right. The Esau is gonna get separated from all of us, man. All right, he's gonna get punished. He's gonna try to cross that gulf that's fixed, and his ass gonna get destroyed, man. So with that one, say, call halal, y'all watch me out shy. Jump out to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Till next time, Shalom and the Bible Ball.